Good morning, everybody. This is Swami Joytihananda meeting you at the Temple of Light at Yasodhara Ashram. And we're offering this morning the third in our video satsangs and reaching out to all of you to bring you in to our spiritual home. And you might know this already, but satsang means the gathering of the wise. And just imagine now, wherever you are, so many people who are gathered together to be together at this satsang. This next part of satsang is arti. And the word arti means to invoke the light. And it's actually a time of remembering the light within us, and remembering that the light is all around us, divine light, and it's subtle. And so we're calling on the subtleness of the light to come forward in our minds. And in this part of satsang, we ask that our sense perceptions be purified by the light so that we can recognize that subtleness as we go through our day. Imagine a shower of light all around you and filling you so that your whole being is radiant with light. And now let's repeat together, may all my sense perceptions be purified by divine light. May all my sense perceptions be purified by divine light. May all my sense perceptions be purified by divine light. Namaste. This next part of satsang is the time where we chant a mantra. And we're chanting the mantra for everybody on our prayer list. In particular, right now, we're chanting for all the caregivers all around the world who are making this enormous sacrifice to help others. And we're also chanting for Swami Radha and the work that she did to give us this wonderful teaching, for Swami Radhananda and her path right now, and all that she's given us. For Swami Lalitananda, who's holding the teachings now at the ashram and guiding us all. We'll be chanting Om Namah Shivaya. And Om Namah Shivaya is the chant for overcoming obstacles. So join in with a good loud voice and call on Shiva to do his work. Namaste.
Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
So this is a time of incredible change. And all of us in our spiritual community are experiencing it, and everyone around the world is experiencing it. It's a phenomena that's totally unknown and unexpected. And Swami Radha used to always say that change is the only thing we can trust. All the ways we build security, all the ways we support it ourselves, these can change in a minute, as we're seeing right now. So at the ashram, we offer a workshop that many of you might have taken called Transitions. And the underlying idea of this workshop is something changes. And then there's this period of not knowing what's going to happen. And it can be painful, it can be chaotic, it can be frustrating. And then something new begins. And right now we're all in that middle part, the part of unknowing. And there's always a temptation, and we can see it in the news, to leap right over the unknowing part and dash into the new. And yet, the unknowing part is the essence of yoga. It's the part that asks us to be right where we are now, to learn from the present, to learn from our experience. And if we avoid that, we stay stuck. We stay stuck in our old patterns. So one of the things that's being asked of us is to make a sacrifice. And you see, all over the world, there's millions of people who are making that sacrifice to stay home, to not go out into the world, to not do their usual things. It's a huge ask. And so many people are responding to that ask with the desire to help themselves and to help others. And we see the results of that sacrifice. We see pictures on the news of animals coming into the cities who've never been in cities before, poking around and saying, "What the heck's going on here? Maybe I can come into the city more often." And we look up into the sky and realize, hey, there's not so much pollution. So something's going on, something frightening and something that's changing. And we need to hold on to that change and keep turning it to a positive end. So we're all being asked to let go of who we think we are, what we think we should do, what we think everybody else should do. This in yogic terms is called renunciation. I'm a Swami, and in accepting going forward into that role, if you want to call it that, I've made a promise to renounce. And this sounds like huge, right? But it isn't. It's a day-to-day thing. It's me finding my habits and questioning them and stopping them and challenging them over and over and over again. So I invite you all to really consider the practice of renunciation, the practice of limits. And within that, to find the spaciousness that's there. To find the feeling of acceptance within yourself that comes. To open yourself to that. And what I've been noticing lately about what I need to renounce right now is my impatience. So we're all together here at the ashram. There's about 45 of us. And we're all trying very hard to practice social distancing. And it's so easy to forget. And it creates space, and it creates slowness. So I have to slow down. I can't rush up behind somebody. I can't push, well, I might, but I can't push by. I have to wait in line. And it just takes it right home. All the things that bug me in life are right there in impatience. And so I'm learning to notice it. And when I notice it, I start looking around because, I have to wait. And I look around at all the people that I'm living with, and I start to see how beautiful they are. They're not in my way. They're just living with me. And they're full of light. And that's the precious gift that's coming to me right now from this time. And so I invite you all to think about what you're letting go of or what you need to let go of and find the gift there. So let's just do a little practice. Sitting with your spine elongated. And close your eyes. And begin to watch your breath. And let your breath become slow. Taking that time that we've been given right now to be quiet and reflective and inward. And then using the power of your imagination, visualize that vast source of light above. Subtle, present, available. And as you inhale, breathe the light in. And as you exhale, let it flow out into the world. Inhaling light, filling yourself with light, and exhaling, filling the world with light. Namaste. Let yourself always be receptive to the light. This next part of Satsang is prasad. Many of you know the meaning of this word. It's a Sanskrit word, and it means grace. And I'd like you to think about grace. Swami Radha often would say, the mind gets caught in negative thinking. Why don't you make a list every day of the times that something positive happened to you? Make a list of the times that Divine Mother was present. Let your mind learn to go to those thoughts. And so, hold out your hands, creating a receptive position. And just look at your hands. Think of your willingness to receive whatever comes, and know that it's meant for the best. Imagine the bounty of your life, all the small moments that are so precious, that are so filled with light. And see them filling your hands to overflowing, spilling all over the place. And take this to your heart and hold it there in your heart center so that you can remember and feel grateful for the preciousness of what's been given. And then let's repeat the prayer to Divine Mother together. O Divine Mother, may all my speech and idle talk be mantra. All actions of my hands be mudra. All eating and drinking be the offering of oblations unto thee. All lying down, prostrations before thee. May all pleasures be as dedicating my entire self unto thee. May everything I do be taken as thy worship. Thank you for coming, everyone. It's been just so special to know that you're out there with us and connecting with us. And what a special gift to be able to connect in the light through this digital process. It's like it's the subtle manifests. And so keep the light going, and we'll see you next week in the Temple of Light. Namaste.